Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Now watch how this police officer, after receiving a call for service, approached this man who was filming from the sidewalk and lied about the report he received in order to force this man to give up his ID and even threaten him with arrest if he didn't comply with his demands. But first, remember to like the video and leave a comment with your thoughts to help this video reach more people to make them aware of their rights.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Just taking some videos.
Of what?
Just anything I can see from the sidewalk, really.
For what reason?
Just for myself. I can't get into it right now.
Okay.
So
it's a security risk for you to be filming the bank and our customers. So I'm going to ask that you stop filming our customers in the drive up and our bank, okay?
I'm not gonna stop filming. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna be here too much longer. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. I'll have someone come and talk to you then, okay?
All right, sounds good.
What's your name?
I don't give my name.
Okay.
Hello, can I just get your name and badge number so I know who I'm talking to?
Absolutely. Officer Higgins, badge number is 3529.
All right, nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but
Yeah, looks like you.
yeah.
Rotator cuff? Or?
Labrum and bicep tendon. So.
I used to work in the medical field, and
Oh yeah.
I would say better you than me, but that would be insensitive. So. How'd you injure it?
Wrestling.
Wrestling? Okay. Where do you wrestle?
I'm not gonna answer those types of questions.
So, reason I'm out here, I received a complaint from the staff at the bank. Okay.
Yep.
They stated that you were inside the building filming.
No, never inside the building. Nothing like that.
Okay. So yeah, so they said that initially you were outside on the sidewalk like you are right now, which is totally fine.
Yep.
But they said that you had come into the bank onto their property and you were filming inside the bank.
No, that seems like a
Welcome back, everyone. Right from the start, something feels off. A man peacefully filming from a public sidewalk is confronted by bank staff. Yet he's done nothing more than point a camera at a building. And within seconds, the situation escalates. Watch carefully. The employee doesn't ask questions, doesn't gather context, doesn't attempt a normal conversation. Instead, she immediately declares him a security risk, as if filming from a public place is some sort of crime. But the cameraman remains calm, grounded, and completely within the law. And here's where the trap begins. She storms back inside with a threat. I'll have someone come and talk to you. This is the moment many people don't see coming. A simple act of filming is about to be twisted into a fabricated accusation. An accusation that will send an officer directly toward him with a story that simply isn't true.
false police report to me, so that's a crime. So I would definitely go investigate that. But yeah no.
And I'll definitely be following up with them as well.
All right.
Okay. So basically, I'm just making sure you're okay, making sure everything's good. They were concerned since you had obviously the sling and everything.
Oh yeah.
They stated, or they reported that they commented to you that they advised that you stop filming inside of the building. You told them that you couldn't stop, and that's when you left the building. Does any of that sound familiar?
No, I was actually right here. I put my camera down, and I was about to leave, and then I was turned this way, and then I heard one of them come out, and then like standing right here, and they said that I had to stop filming, and I just told her, yeah, I'm not gonna stop the camera. So, and then she went back in there.
So they came out to you while you were on the sidewalk and talked to you. Okay, that's fair. Do you mind just giving me your name so I can check to make sure that you don't have any warrants or anything crazy like that?
Just Jacob.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need your full name. Anytime I have contact with someone, I have to identify them.
Okay? I'm not going to identify myself. I keep that information pretty private. So
the issue with that is I'm conducting an investigation regarding a complaint right now. Okay.
Yep.
So if you refuse to identify yourself, then I may have to take you into custody because you are failing to follow through with identifying yourself.
I mean, unless I've committed a crime, I don't identify myself.
That would be obstruction.
That's a secondary offense. You have to commit a crime before.
It would be obstruction if you fail to identify yourself when I'm conducting an investigation regarding you.
I'm going to challenge you on that one. Do you have a supervisor that...
Absolutely.
All right, can he come out here then?
2852,
Here comes the moment everything snaps into place. Officer Higgins arrives, and listen closely. He doesn't just say there was a complaint. He claims the caller reported something serious, that this man was inside the bank filming. That's not a misunderstanding. That's an outright false report. The cameraman immediately shuts it down. Calm, direct, confident. I was never inside the building. And he's right. You can literally see he never left the sidewalk. This is when you start to notice the shift. Instead of investigating the caller who made the false claim, the officer tries to pivot the pressure onto the photographer. He asks for ID, not because he needs it, not because a crime occurred, but because he believes intimidation will work. Then comes the classic police overreach. He threatens arrest for obstruction, a charge that requires an underlying crime first, something that absolutely does not exist here. This right here is where officers test whether you know your rights.
But you should definitely investigate that false police report, because that seems like a big waste of resources to me.
Absolutely my intention. But you're the person that I had contact with first, so I wanted to get your side of the story before I go in and get their side of the story as well.
Well, you have my side.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I'm attempting to continue and follow up on.
All right.
Okay, so this is my supervisor. This is Officer
All right.
Abbott. Hi.
Badge
mind-
number?
We don't have badge numbers. We have employee numbers, 252.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on and everything and what you've told me thus
Yep.
far, and then we can go from there. So basically, I advised him of the complaint. He stated that he was never inside the bank, never on their property, only on the sidewalk.
Yep.
He stated that staff came out, had contact with him here. He advised them that he was not going to stop filming.
Okay.
I said, as long as he's not on their property, he's on the sidewalk, that's totally fine.
100%.
No issue with that whatsoever. I asked him to identify himself. He told me that his first name is Jacob. He refuses to identify himself any further.
Okay.
I told him that I am right here, right now, conducting an investigation regarding a complaint that I received from the bank. And if he were to refuse to identify himself, that could be considered obstruction. He states that that's secondary to the investigation,
Yep.
and it does not matter, and does not want to identify himself at this
Nope,
time.
that's fine.
And that's when he asked if he could talk to a supervisor.
Nope.
So I said, absolutely.
Nope, super simple. They just said you were filming some of the people going through the ATMs. They thought it was an invasion of privacy. You might be trying to get some people's PIN numbers or something. That was their main concern.
Yeah, I don't
know
even
what's
think
going
this. I don't even think this camera could.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
not. That was their main concern, was just privacy issues for people's bank accounts and stuff like that. I told them already that if you're on the sidewalk, you can film. There's no problem with that. I'm not going to force you to identify yourself or anything like that. They just don't want you on their property.
Yep.
So if you stay on the public
When the cameraman challenges the officer's misinformation, Higgins calls in a supervisor. Thinking backup will force compliance. But watch how the tone changes the moment the sergeant steps in. The officer repeats his version of events, framing the photographer as uncooperative. But the sergeant instantly does what the first officer should have done. He focuses on the only thing that matters, where the cameraman is standing. The sidewalk, public property, protected activity. And with just a few sentences, the sergeant dismantles the entire threat narrative. He makes it clear, no crime has been committed. Filming is legal. ID cannot be demanded. Obstruction does not apply. As long as he stays off bank property, he is fully within his rights. This is the twist. The supervisor corrects everything the officer aggressively tried to push. And suddenly, the investigation evaporates.
sidewalk, you're good to go, man.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I was about to head out, but I'm just gonna stick around a little bit longer so it doesn't look like I got chased away, and then yeah, I'll be on my way. So
That's fine.
Do you have any other questions for us at all then?
other than, I mean, it was definitely a false police report if they said that I was in there with the camera. So I mean,
So
Didn't sound like you were in there. They said over by the ATMs is how they put it.
oh, all right.
So that would be over by the ATMs. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're actually on the property, but
Yeah.
Yep.
The only-
And like
I
I
don't
said, I had contact with you and talked to you. I hadn't gotten information from them yet.
Yep.
All
Got
right.
additional information. So that's
So
what
nothing
we've
that
got.
puts you against a state statute, city ordinance, something like that, where we can enforce identification. So no problem with that. Do your thing. Enjoy
All right.
recording. Just do me a favor, just stay out of the driveway.
Yep, yep.
Obviously due to safety issues, but if you
Yep.
want to record and do your thing, obviously that's your right. So,
Yep, I'm not getting in the way of anybody or anything like
all right,
that.
Jake, any questions, man? Otherwise, we're gonna let you do your thing.
No, I don't think so.
All right,
Just
take care of yourself.
Yep, have a good one.
Good luck with the recovery on that shoulder.
Yep, thank you.
Yep.
Now, the only thing that I found disappointing is the fact that he didn't let the supervisor know that this officer lied about the call for service and tried to violate his Fourth Amendment right by threatening him with arrest if he didn't provide his ID. But this is why these days you cannot trust most police officers, and why it is so important for you to know your rights and to help us to bring awareness to the rest of the public. So don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, like the video, and leave a comment to reach more people. And remember, always record the police.
With the sergeant's clarification, the officer's story starts to crumble. They admit the bank simply didn't want filming. Not illegal, not dangerous, not a crime. But here's the part that should concern everyone watching. The first officer lied about the call. He claimed the man went inside the bank, knowing that accusation would justify demanding ID. This is exactly how innocent people get intimidated, detained, or even arrested for nothing. And the cameraman knows it. He brings up the false report again, but the supervisor brushes past it, focusing instead on closing the encounter. They walk away. The threat is gone, but the damage is already clear. This officer tried to weaponize misinformation to obtain ID without legal grounds. And that's why filming matters. Without a camera, the lie would have stood. The intimidation would have worked. And the truth would have been whatever the officer chose to write down. So remember, always record the police. Know your rights. And never let someone else's false narrative dictate your freedom.